Welcome to Steel Division 2 first skirmish video. Today we're gonna play as a Soviet commander. Our battle group will be similar to the one we created in the previous video. This game will be in closer combat mode on the small Orsha North map. Set in the outskirts of Orsha, this map features large wooded areas, a few swamps, and of course a highway, picturing the region surrounding this highly strategic area of Operation Bagration. From a tactical aspect, plateaux offer a great advantage, allowing units a great field of view over the battlefield and large fields of fire. Two villages will be strong points for infantry, which will be extremely hard to unseat without direct fire artillery. The aim of the battle will be to push the front line forward in order to capture as much objective points as possible. We will put some 80 guns on the plateau here, which is a strong point, allowing us to cover the plains. We are using the line of sight, which now takes the difference of height into account to determine the best spot to place our units. We will also try to place some MGs in the houses here in order to capture this village here on the right. In the central area of the map, we will place a recon units in order to cover the village and identify enemy forces that might come from the roads. These recon units will also allow us to see what's happening on the plateau on the opposite side. We will also try to capture the village on the left with some infantry. We will position some infantry in the farm and try to use the light forest cover to make our troops advance. On the right, our tactics is to surround the village by taking the farms around it. When these positions are secured, we will swoop the village and make it ours. We start our deployment by placing the recon units. Razviadka have powerful bazookas that will allow them to defend themselves. An MG will take this house here, as well as an artillerist equipped with a radio. Guardia units, very efficient at long range, will be supported by automachikis to take the farm on the right. With their PPSH guns, they are truly deadly at short range. We are also placing a recon unit on the plateau on the right. It will help the tanks to spot the enemies in the plains. We'll place the long-range Guardia units in the village, hoping they will be able to hold the place. A Guardia unit is also used to capture the farms on the left. An automachiki unit will be sent to cover the woods. We are using the line of sight to place the anti-tank unit in the best possible position to protect the road. We are placing another anti-tank unit on the plateau on the left to cover the plain. And another one is used to protect the farm on the right. As we have plenty of deployment points left, we can place an artillery unit. Before launching the battle, we are checking all the orders we have given. let's play. We're configuring the small calibers 80 units on the efficient shot mode, which makes the unit fire only if it has a 40% chance to hit. As we thought, the enemy tries to take the right flank. We are disembarking our units as fast as possible. The Germans are sending an Me-410 to attack one of our T-34 on the other plateau. Stressed by the attack, the T-34 falls back. Panzer Grenadiers are trying to attack the farm on the right, but are held back by our Avtomachikis. Detected by our Razvedka recon units, the German troops lead a harmonious attack on the village with some Panzer IV-H and 2 Grille. We're bringing tanks to counterattack their offensive and start to shoot at the incoming units with our 80 gun. From his own plateau, the T-34 manages to fire at the Panzer Grenadier on the side of the other plateau. We're using our Su-76M to support our advance and to unseat the cannoneer. On the left, our mighty 53K 80 gun spots and destroys an enemy unit. And another one. A well-placed 80 gun with an efficient shot option activated can have a devastating effect. Our T-34, benefiting from a good field of view, shoots at the enemy units on the plateau. The last Valiant Guardia units are getting fired at by a Panzer IV-H roaming in the streets of the village. We're bringing T-34 with their commanders to take back the village. The enemy Me-410 is back, but this time we're deploying a Yak-1B to hunt it. Unfortunately, it's a bit too fast and the attack fails. Sad times for the Normandy Niemen. We are sending our T-34 76 units to try to get the village back, but the counterattack fails and our tanks are routing. We are trying another tactics by discreetly sending Guardia units in the forest on the left of the village, waiting for an order to do a synchronized attack. The second farm on the right being secured, it's time for us to push forward to the village on the top right of the map. Unfortunately, a Wild Tiger E appears and it will be suicidal to attack it from this position. Our 80 gun, being set in efficient shot, will wait until reaching a 40% hit chance before firing on the Tiger. We are trying to bring our T-34 forward as a bait, in order to make the Tiger E turn in its direction, showing his weak spot to our anti-tank gun. Unfortunately, our T-34 is killed in the maneuver and our 80 gun ends up stressed. Our salvation will come from our Razvedka recon armed with a bazooka, which destroys the Tiger E after it came a bit too close. We're using our Su-76 artillery to fire on the village on the left in order to stress out the German units. We are also moving our T-34, boosted by a leader, to attack the village. Our progression of the right side of the map goes well, and our Avtomachiki can deal easily with the enemy units in the forest. Our synchronized counterattack on the village, involving our T-34 as well as our Guardia units hidden in the woods, seems to work like a charm. Unfortunately, the enemy is using the plateau across the village to fire at our units. We will need to wait until Phase B to be able to deploy T-34-85 and Su-85 units to secure our positions definitely. On the left of the area, we are pushing forward to capture a third farm just before the start of Phase B. We are now entering Phase B. We're pushing forward our Maxim to the village on the right. Let's check what's happening on the left side. We make our Avtomachikis advance further to capture the third farm group. The enemy is bringing more forces to the village on the left, and we are deploying Katyushas to calm them down. We are hiding our units behind the forest to contain a potential advance in the village. Our Katyushas are here, and we are ordering them to strike the entrance of the village. Unfortunately, a well-placed Tiger E destroys our two T-34-76. Our T-34-85 finally destroyed the Tiger E with two successive shots. The right side of the map is not well defended, and we'll use this opportunity to capture the arrival point on the top of the map. This will prevent the enemy to deploy more units from this point. Dominating this area could be a chance to cut the enemy front line from the top. We're bringing more T-34 on the top of the plateau on the right. In the meantime, on the left on the map, our 53K M80 gun identifies two incoming German units and manages to destroy one. The other one has the time to disembark its Panzer Grenadier before exploding. The Panzer Grenadiers stress out the 80 gun and eventually destroys it, a very tragic death of one of the true heroes of this battle. Joined by a third T-34-85, the tanks move forward to the village and stress out units on the plateau. the enemy sends an Me-410 and stresses out one of our T-34. A Yak-1 is quickly deployed to chase it, but the enemy anti-air units are too dangerous. Fortunately, this aerial attack doesn't prevent our T-34-85 to capture the village and secure the place for good. The left side is holding well. We are sending Avtomachikis to reinforce our positions here. We are moving our unit to the other farm in order to benefit from a wider field of view. As our units are getting fired at while moving, we are sending our Yak-1 in support. Feeling bold, we're sending the T-34-85 to capture the plateau across the village. But the place is extremely well defended and we are losing a T-34. There is nothing to do now. Every attempt is stopped by a very well placed Panzer IV-H. In order to cover our unit advance, we are using smoke from our Su-76M. We are also sending an anti-air unit to counter the Me-410. Before the phase C starts, we are moving forward our defense. We are also sending some troops to the units which capture the arrival point. Now starts the phase C. On the left side, we are moving forward our Avtomachiki equipped with 10 PPSH. Our enemy stands no chance. We are sending tanks to the plateau to capture it with the help of the Guardia in the forest. We are trying a final push before the end of the game with a Katyusha shot and a tank assault on the plateau. The end of the battle is near and we dominated our enemy by capturing most of the control points. All the content you just saw will be available in the beta that will start on March 27th. Pre-order the game now to secure your access to the beta. Thanks for watching and see you soon.